Hi, I'm Jane. I live in Rendlesham, Suffolk, and I have recently just got into motorsport after wanting to get into it for years. So as a kid, I was always watching Top Gear, but my parents weren't into motorsport apart from the average stuff on the television. So I used to watch the rallies and just thought that it was the coolest thing in the world. So I really wanted to do that when I grew up, but it was a bit of a pipe dream. And obviously growing up in the 80s, there wasn't very little routes in for girls. There wasn't any really massive role models. So yeah, I really wanted to get into it, but had absolutely no idea. I had my 40th birthday in lockdown. So I made a little bit of a bucket list as to what I wanted to do with my life, all those things that you want to do, never have time because you're too busy being a mum or working full-time, or it's just finances don't allow them. And top of the list was doing a rally taster day experience. So I asked for a voucher for my birthday, and I haven't looked back since. I got in that car at Langley Park Rally School, and I loved every second of it and thought, right, this is what I actually want to do all the time from now on. Every spare minute I want to spend it in a car, and I haven't looked back since.
So from that moment, what was your next steps? Where did you go from there?
After my experience and doing my rally tuition, I literally did not stop talking about it. So anyone that would listen, I would speak to them about it. And I was talking to my colleagues downstairs, and they mentioned that John Bray next door, who works in Saxe Velo, he's got his own rally car. And I was just, our next door neighbour has got a rally car. And I literally dropped my coffee, dashed next door, and I went, John, do you do rallying? And he went, yes, I do. And I went, oh my God. So I think we spent the next hour and a half having a really good chinwag, and he told me absolutely loads of information about motorsport, how to get into motorsport, what clubs were available, marshalling. He also then very, very kindly went and introduced me to nearly all his friends on Facebook, and said, and then loads of people contacted me as well, which was just really lovely. It's a life-changing moment, actually. I really do appreciate him taking the time out to tell me that.
And how did you feel, sort of John introducing you to everyone? Did you sort of instantly feel then connected with that community? Did it feel welcoming? What was the kind of vibe you were getting from that?
Instantly, I got introduced to Dave Saint at Sporting Club Car of Norfolk, and other people, and everyone. Do you know what? All those misconceptions, I put them straight to bed. Absolutely everybody was so kind, so kind, so warm, so welcoming. And they don't know me from Adam, but they were just invited me in and made me, I didn't feel at all out of place.
From that point, I imagine, did you join Sporting Car Club of Norfolk? Did you join a motorsport club?
That night, literally that night, I think I was so thrilled to find that there was something in my area that I could get involved with. Literally that night, I jumped right on it. So I joined that club, the SCON, that night. I then went onto Motorsport UK website and did my marshalling that night as well, and got my marshalling licence, because I was just like, right, I'm going to get cracking. This is going to be my life now. Every minute I'm out of work, I want to be doing this. So yeah, it was easy, actually. The great thing is that the joining a club is not stupidly expensive. You do get good value for money. The other thing is that obviously Motorsport UK, you think, oh my God, it's going to cost me money to become a marshal and to get my licence, and it's not, and it doesn't. And the training is pretty intuitive, pretty straightforward, practical training, and easy to do.
What was your first event, and what have you done to date?
Okay, so my first event was Stanta, and I was popped on a lollipop, stop go board for my first event. It was absolutely freezing. It was absolutely freezing, but I was so thrilled to be there. See all the different cars, you know, how many different makes of car there were, the different types of competitors, but also to see just how important the marshalling role was actually to that type of event. And it was brilliant. It was a real eye-opener, and I could see from doing that, I could see myself then doing that myself. But it was lovely. I was completely rookie novice marshal, and I was put with a lovely partner who looked after me all day. So I didn't feel like I was out of my depth, and I knew that there was going to be people looking after me. So even though I was a bit nervous, it was a fantastic first experience. So much that I went and I've done quite a bit more. So my next event after that was I went from that straight onto Seckford Car Trials, which is a completely different event. Again, really good fun. And I did the 12 car and the P&H 12 car, which is, again, completely different event. Again, really lovely to see all these different types of event that you can get involved in East Anglia. Then I did Snetterton, which has been my favourite event to date, which was absolutely amazing. That blew me out of the water in terms of events, actually. Absolutely, I loved that bit. Oh, that was amazing. And then I've recently done Holbeck car trials. I've done those, and I'm going to be doing the Clacton Road Rally as well, marshalling there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, because that'll be my first road stage rally. So it's good to see all these different types of event. It really is.
Definitely. Well, it sounds like in such a short period of time, you've almost experienced every sort of discipline that we have to offer in East Anglia.
You don't, just because you're marshal doesn't mean that you have to necessarily go ahead and then get a car. Marshalling is really rewarding in its own right, and you get to see all these little bits. It's a great day out for free, and and the camaraderie that you can get from marshalling, meeting new people, making new friends. It's brilliant, and right on our doorstep. It's fantastic.
You've had a bit of an exciting sort of couple of weeks now. You've come from Holbeck's production car trial, and I understand you've made a little bit of a purchase, and you're looking to move into the sort of competitor aspect of the sport.
I've just recently bought myself my first competitive car, which I'm beaming like a new mum. I'm so chuffed about, because it is realising my childhood dream. If you told 12-year-old me that in 30 plus years time you'd be sitting behind the wheel of your own car, potentially planning your first competitive event, then I would never have believed you. So it is an absolutely mind-blowing thing for me to be actually experiencing. But yeah, I've got myself a little Clio. She's a little bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing. She's I've nicknamed her Cheryl.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I had to give her a name, because we're going to go on and have a very good working relationship, I'm hoping. So so I'm really, really, really excitedly nervous about going ahead and doing my first event. So my first event is going to be on the 26th, and doing the auto solo at Debden.
Well, we're really excited to see how you get on, and we're going to speak to you again after the 26th and to find out how you got on, and I'm sure you'll have done brilliantly. Before we finish, what tips would you give to other people who perhaps were thinking the same things as you during COVID? I want to get out, I want to try something new, might like to get into motorsport. What advice would you give them to be able to do that?
I would say contact your local motorsport club. Obviously, sometimes it comes from word of mouth. So for all the people that are in motorsport already, talk about it. I've had so many people since I've started talking about motorsport approaching me and thinking, oh, wow, I'd love to do that. So word of mouth does go a long way. For the people that want to get into it, please contact your local motorsports club. They are brilliant. They will help you. They will point you in the right direction, whether that you want to be marshalling, or whether and different types of events, and how to get involved, how to do your Motorsport UK licence and do your marshalling training. If you're not confident with doing that, then they can help you right the way through their process. So that's the first steps I would say to get involved in, and then just enjoy it and just take it for what it is, which is just an absolute fantastic experience and an awesome time out around motorsport. It's fantastic.
Oh, brilliant. Well, wishing you all the best, Jane, for the Debden Auto Solo on the 26th, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much, and I'm so excited. Thank you very much for interviewing me.